Good evening. I'm Chanel, Vehicle Title Expert. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and thank you in advance for subscribing. So tonight I am reminded of a scenario a few years ago where a gentleman gave me a call and he wanted to know if I could get him the title for a vehicle that was abandoned on Walmart's property. I informed him that I could not because he didn't own the property, and we would have to reach out to the manager at that Walmart to see if they wanted to start the abandoned vehicle process and go through it. And if all goes well, do they want to give him the vehicle or sell him the vehicle, give him the title, the paperwork, etc. So I essentially told him unless that happened, we would not be able to give him the title or the paperwork to that vehicle in question, simply because of the property issue. He did not own the property, or he was not the manager or overseer of that property in question. With that being said, there are some of you out there that have an interest in abandoned vehicles or unclaimed vehicles that you see on the highway, the interstate, shopping centers, apartment complexes, commercial sites, and I can go on and on. When it comes to these type of situations, the focal point is who owns or manages that property. Okay? That's going to be the starting point. Whoever owns or manages that property is going to be the person who can essentially execute what they want to do with that abandoned vehicle. They can start that process to have, maybe the tow company to come and remove that vehicle, and the tow company, they file the abandoned or tow lien paperwork, for themselves. Or, the person wanting the vehicle, they can keep the vehicle depending on their state. And then they will file the necessary paperwork for themselves instead of, having a tow company to remove it. So I want you guys to really think about that. The issue here is who owns or manages that property. That's going to be the issue here. You simply can't just get a vehicle because it's been abandoned, it's been unclaimed, and you're driving around and you just happen to notice it's been there for quite some time. It doesn't work that way. You have to go through the property owner or the manager of that property. Okay? And let me talk very briefly about private property, because I do get asked this a lot. So there are some of you that may have a neighbor, a loved one, or a friend that has a farm or commercial property, and the vehicle has been left abandoned, or the equipment has been left abandoned, and you want that, or your friend or loved one has told you that they are willing to give you that item in question. That is perfectly fine. However, whoever owns that property, they are going to be obligated to start and file that paperwork for you for that abandoned vehicle or item. If they happen to give you that vehicle and the process has not started and has not, fulfilled itself, then you will have an issue. When you go to the DMV, you will get rejected. So whoever owns that property, manages that property, they must complete that process for you. And once that process has been completed, they will give you the title or the paperwork to go with that vehicle. And that's how it's supposed to go. Okay, so again, for those of you who have loved ones or know somebody who has a private property, and they have a vehicle or vehicles that's left and they want to give them to you, there's a process they must follow. Okay, so I just wanted to share these tidbits with you guys on tonight, that just because a vehicle has been left unclaimed or abandoned on a highway or in a shopping center, you can't just retrieve that vehicle simply because it's been left and simply because you want it. There's a process behind it all. So if you have any questions, or you want to share your feedback or experience, feel free to drop me a line below or visit me at wisdomandauthority.com. Check me out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Click share and subscribe. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.